The world of handheld gaming just might see an uptick in activity in the coming years, thanks to these new rumors. We got a lot to get through, so let's break that down. Up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. The world of handheld gaming has been a gaming medium we've all had experience with. In my time as a true gamer, I spent countless hours on my various Nintendo handhelds, like the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Advance, DS, and so on. And I think over recent years, the industry as a whole has taken a big liking to this medium, and rightfully so. We've seen a lot of companies take their own spins on these types of consoles, like the ROG Ally, the Steam Deck, the PS Vita, and of course the DS. And let's not forget the console I think really reignited this interest, being the Nintendo Switch. I think the release of the Switch was a true hallmark moment in gaming. The Switch, when all said and done, for a device we can finally lay to rest, hopefully soon, could possibly go down as the best-selling console of all time. I mean, just kinda looking through rough sales numbers alone, the Switch has sold nearly 150 million units worldwide, which is insane. Now, I do think the handheld form factor is a huge reasoning behind all that, because handheld gaming is a more personal experience compared to console gaming. And not to mention, the whole premise of the console, you take it with you on the go. I think that's a big perk too. But I think this is all just the beginning, because Tom Henderson had some interesting words to share over on Twitter. Quote, "Almost everyone at Gamescom gave interesting hardware discussions about handhelds. My hunch is you should save your money a little bit longer, if you're planning to buy one. It seems like a lot more options and improvements are coming soon. Not sure on the exact timelines." Now, I do think that right there is the worst kept secret in all of gaming. Of course, we all know the Switch 2 is coming, so let's just put that aside for now. But we've talked at length about a potential Xbox handheld console, which would be the first of its kind. And of course, we can't count out Sony to finally do the right thing and manufacture a PSP successor, which would go over insanely well if it plays games natively. I only bring up that little point because they did release a handheld pretty recently. And that's all in the form of the PlayStation Portal, but again, that's more of a streaming device or an extension of the PS5. I also think there are more iterations of the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck to come, because both companies found major success within the world of handheld gaming. But I kinda wanna go back and talk about Xbox a little more, because that console, like I said earlier, would be the first of its kind. Phil Spencer has talked at length in the past about how much he enjoys handheld gaming. Rumors have also come across my trusty radar that Xbox's next console generation just might start earlier than expected, with the target year being 2026. How true that exactly is, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen, but who knows? This would mean a brand new console, and this pretty far out there idea would be to introduce a still classic home gaming console, much like a Series X as far as how powerful it is. Then in my opinion, instead of releasing a Series S console, which is kind of less powerful, why don't we get really crazy and release this Xbox handheld? That sounds like the perfect pairing. I also don't want to leave out PlayStation here, because Tom Henderson spoke about this matter a little more too. Quote, "The PlayStation Portal was very successful, and they are paying very close attention to the current handheld market. I said it once, and I'll say it again. Releasing a PSP in today's climate would break the gaming industry. Taking those massive AAA games like a God of War or like Spider-Man would be a license to print money at this point." And based off of Tom Henderson's words here, PlayStation knows this, and they hear all of our rumblings. Now, if only they heard me shouting from the mountaintops, "We need a new Jak and Daxter," all would be right in the world. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass it off to you guys. If you had to pick a brand new PSP or a brand new Xbox handheld, which one are you going with? But that about does it here. I've been Kalo. I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.